What's going on, guys? My name is Matari, and today we're going to be doing GAMERrev's first ever review. Now, in the future, we are going to be doing video game reviews mainly, but as well as some movie reviews, depending on how good and relevant we think the movie is. But what we're going to be explaining and talking about in all of our reviews is the positives and negatives to the game and if there is a downfall to the game or something that makes it that much better than other video games out there today. Um, so first off, in Call of Duty Ghosts, as you guys can see, we're doing today. We're gonna start off in the options menu and just check out how you can customize the options in this game. So first of all, this is console, as you guys can tell. And I know that PC gamers are having a lot of trouble with this. If you're a PC gamer, I'm sure you know that in past CODs, customizing your key bindings and the graphics have been very, very easy and accessible. This game for PC, it is very difficult to change the graphics, change the FPS, stuff like that. Some of it isn't even possible to change, whereas in other CODs it was very easy. The same with the key bindings. It's not as easy to customize. Now for console, it has the usual stuff like in other CODs, the stick layout, the button layout, look inversion, vibration, and sensitivity. This is the thing I want to focus on for options. Now in past CODs, up until Modern Warfare 3, the sensitivities have gone from 1 to 10, which doesn't make it very accurate, your sensitivity, because 4 is a very, like, let's say you're using 4 is a very broad statement. It's not very accurate. So in Modern Warfare 3, they took it a step higher to make it even more accurate, and they put it to 15. That was great. But in Ghost, they made it that much better. They put it to 20. Now this makes it so that if you're, let's say that 4 on past CODs was a bit too high, but if you put it down, it would be too low. So there was none in between that you would want. Now in this game, having 20 sensitivities makes it so that it can be much more accurate, and they can spread out the different sensitivities in each number a lot more accurately. So that is a very, very good thing they have in this game. And the rest is the usual COD options. Now we will hop into probably the most frustrating, and it proves to you really how hard they tried on this game, is the leaderboards. Now if we go to score here, and we're going to go to worldwide or global, so everyone who plays Ghost on 360, as you guys can see, it is clearly hacked. The guy in first is first prestige level 1, and he has 0 seconds played, 0 games played, everything's 0, and he's number 1. So that's one of the types of hacks you can see. And then there's this one. This guy's level 1. His name is Mods, not free. His time played is 24,855 days, 3 hours and 16 minutes. His games played is negative 214 million, blah, 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 blah. So that is clearly hacked. There's no way, first of all, you can play that long. And if you do, I don't think you can play negative games. Do the math. That's no. And it goes on for a few people. It's not that bad yet. As you can see, there are some legit people, but there are still hackers. And the thing that makes it even worse about this is that in past CODs, yes, it does get hacked eventually. But that's at the very end of the COD. The developers just give up and say, all right, let's move on to the next COD. This one's over. If it gets hacked, oh well. Whereas this game, this was hacked before it was even released. People were getting their hands on this, hands on a copy before the official release date, and they were hacking it. So when we got the game, the scoreboard was already hacked. So that is just brutal, and that just shows that the developers didn't look over their game enough and didn't try hard enough to try and put those firewalls up good. And they just didn't look it over before they threw it out there. They just threw all this stuff together and boom, they threw it out there. They're like, here's a COD. Threw it out, buy it. There was no effort put in that section for it. As well as the leaderboards being hacked, there are a few hacked lobbies and hacked players. I personally have experienced it. Now it's not that bad yet, but the fact that there is already, that's brutal. That usually takes like a COD after the actual COD you're playing to get hacked lobbies and hacked players. But it already is, and it's 3-4 months into the game, and I saw this like 2 months in, so that's just brutal. Now the next thing we will do is operations. Now operations is comparable to challenges from past CODs, except they took out challenges. That is one of their biggest downfalls. Um, just the fact that they took out the hundreds of challenges and just the ideology behind trying your hardest, trying to get that challenge, just getting frustrated, raging, and then finally getting it, and being so happy and just showing it off. This game, you can only have, first of all, 5 active, whereas in past CODs, you can have like the hundreds active at the same time. This one, you can only have 5. First of all, they're not even that good. Get 50 kills with Trinity Rocket, get 120 kills with the Flash Suppressor. That's boring, man. Plus, in each section, there's there's 8 in each section. So it's not like you can pick from like hundreds. There's 8 in each section. A section of 5. That is not a lot. That's like what, 40 challenges? That's crap. So that's a big downfall they have. There are no challenges. The next thing is the customizations for prestiging and creative class wise. So first of all, they have changed the prestiging factor to the game. Usually in past CODs, you will have prestiging, you'll go to the highest level, you'll reset it back to level 1, get a cool logo, lose everything, just like you just got the game. Whereas in this game, it will basically save your prestige. So I'll just demonstrate really quickly. So when I first got the game, started at level 1 on this soldier named Sinister. So I started on him, got him to the highest level, and then I prestige. Now once you prestige, you get this logo beside him, the first prestige you see to the left of him. And then you buy a new soldier, and it gets set back to level 1, second prestige. And once you complete that, you go on to the next soldier, as I'm on right now. And once I reach that, I'll move on to the next one, the next one, the next one, and so on for 10 times. But the cool thing about it is that it keeps your classes. So these are my classes I had when I was first prestige. I still have them. Here's them from second prestige, and so on. It keeps going on. Now, squad points. This is where the creative class stuff comes in. So right here, you guys can see I have all my classes right now. Now, if I got to the highest level, which I'm pretty close to, the highest level is 60 in this game, I would go to the next, I would prestige, go to the next soldier. So let's say I am like, alright, I don't like this gun. I want to see what else there is. So I'm like, okay, let's see. How about the Honey Badger? That's the second last gun. Let's get that. I'm level 1. So I have the second highest gun right now. And I'm like, okay. So none of these perks, they're all pretty low. So I want to get one that you unlock at level 60, the highest level, and I'm level 1. I'm going to unlock it. There. You have a perk that you unlock at the last level at the first level. That is just, that's cool. It can be fun, except it takes out the whole point of leveling up. The whole point of leveling up is to challenge yourself, where you have minimum guns, minimum perks, minimum everything, and you have to earn your guns back, earn your perks back, earn all of that back. But in this, you can just get it right at level 1. So really, what's the point of prestige? And there's really no point to it. And that is what makes this game almost boring. There's really no point to it. You're just going around killing people. It's basically like there's not even a leveling system. I and many other people have this opinion that was their biggest downfall, was basically taking the leveling system out. Now, my last thing about the creative class is these two things right here, the C4 and the IED. Now, if you guys have played past COD, C4 is brutal. You can be shooting someone, he doesn't even know you're there. He can just spin around, chuck that C4 in a millisecond and blow it up, and boom, the explosion like kills people all the way in like friggin' Africa if you live in Canada or something. It's unbelievable. And the IED is a claymore, except worse. Basically C4, it's very easy to hide, and there's no escape from it. You run into it, beep, and and it's a huge explosion. It is unbelievable for campers, and even once you get a scavenger pack, you get these replenished, which is unbelievable. So now quickly, I'm going to switch over and start talking about the actual aspects of the gameplay. So I'm going to have a few clips playing here of some of the crap you deal with in this game. Now, the first thing, as you guys are about to see, is how fast you die. In past CODs, you have had a chance. When you start getting shot, even if it's in the back, you do have a chance to react. It is a small chance, which makes it that the players have to get good and have to practice, and get good enough so they can end up turning around and managing to get that kill and saving themselves. This game, you don't even have a chance to. You see the guy, he starts shooting you, you don't even have a chance to pull your gun up, let alone if you don't know where he is and you turn around and be able to kill him. You die so fast, it's like 2-3 bullets and even sometimes 1 bullet to the head. It's unbelievable. The speed you die is a really negative thing about this game. It gets you frustrated, annoyed, and just want to break the game and just never play it again. That is a really big problem that this game has, is the health. Now, they did invent a game mode called Heavy Duty, which gives you more health, except that's only one game mode. You still can't go play S&D or whatever game mode you want, and you still have to deal with that low health. The next thing, also a very negative thing that made this game very unappealing to some people, is the maps. Now, ever since multiplayer became big in COD, which was about in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare, my bad, the maps were created so that there are 3 main rushing routes. There's left, middle, and right. Then there's little alleys connecting it. So that made it that you have to have tactics, because it's hard, because the enemies are going to know you're going to be coming from one of those 3 places. You have to have defensive tactics and offensive tactics to be able to execute the game efficiently. And in this game, basically, as you guys can see by some of the screenshots of the maps, it's just a big load of crap just thrown on it, just like those like artworks you see of people like taking paint, just like just splattering it everywhere. That's basically what they did. There's like a million paths, there's a million rows, million rush routes, everything, buildings, levels. Take Chasm for example. Chasm has like 6 or 7 levels. 6 or 7 levels. That is unbelievable. So if you see some guy on the radar, there's 5, not including your level, there's 5 option levels he can be on. So really, there's no tactic to be able to watch that, unless you have a guy on every level to watch a full level. That really just gets frustrating and takes the whole strategy and tactic part basically out of the game. So basically, to conclude everything about Ghost, my opinion and many others' opinion that I have asked, heard on YouTube, heard everywhere on Twitter, social network, is that basically they had a bunch of good ideas, but they couldn't put it together and execute it properly and make it a solid game. Now I'm sure all you guys know the YouTuber Jericho. He had a very good analogy, and I agree completely with him, and I've told people about it and they agree. So just imagine you're at home, you're starving, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store, get a bunch of stuff I like, and I'm gonna eat. So you go to the store, you're like, Nutella, I love Nutella. They're like, oh, I really like carrots too. Ooh, lettuce is really good. Ooh, bread's really good. And then you come home, like, all right, I love all this stuff. It's really good stuff. It's a good idea to eat. And then you try making something out of it, and it's like, how do I put this together? All this stuff is so good, but I can't put it together to make it taste good. It's like that with COD. They have some good ideas, many very good ideas, except they put it together and they just can't put it together properly. They can't make a solid game with it. They take all these good stuff, just smash it together, and then that starts like the things just like start getting all pissed off, all the aspects, and they make like little babies of other piss offs, and you just go on like that, and things starts getting negative about the game. If they can figure out a way to take all these good ideas, put it into one game, and put it together and make it a solid game, it will be perfect. But that is what they did not manage to do in this game. They cannot put all these good ideas together. So that sums it up, guys. We'll be doing other reviews on Ghost, reviewing Ghost Campaign and Ghost Extinction, as well as many other games in the future. So make sure you guys click the subscribe button if you want to see more reviews like this, or achievement hunting, or gameplays, or anything like that. The main thing that we choose to pick what we're going to upload is what you guys tell us to upload. Not only do we do what we think you want to see, but what you tell us you want to see. So if you guys want to see something, tell us in the comment section below, and we will do it. We will do it as soon as possible. I promise you that. That is our motto. That is what we're going to live by. That is what we are going to do. You tell us what you want, and we will do it for you. And make sure to like the video as well if you enjoy it. So that's it from me, guys. My name is Matari. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and peace out.